ready to kick some ass. I'm the superhero movie critic. Before damaging my self-esteem even further, let's get into the review. Okay, thoughts after trailer. Now, I liked the first trailer. I thought that the premise was very cool, but it really hadn't shown me anything enough to be excited for it. By the second trailer and all the red band trailers and the little character bios, I thought this movie looked fantastic. I didn't care about the violence and the morality of it all. I was very excited. While I didn't read the comic books, and I'm not a particular fanboy to this material, I was very much looking forward to this movie. But, I mean, it went from having a fantastic Rotten Tomatoes rating for 100% for weeks and a 95%, and then it comes down to Roger Ebert giving it a 1 out of 4 stars, and I trust this guy. Pretty much this year, I've almost agreed with him every time. This movie was awesome. Now, it might have not been the complete masterpiece I thought it would be, but it is a lot of fun, and it is genuinely good and funny. Acting. Now, I thought the acting in this movie was one of the strongest parts. First off with Nicolas Cage. Now, Nicolas Cage, he's pretty much downing any other role he's ever done that was stupid or just horribly written, and he's just making it over the top, and it's absolutely hysterical. While he still provides a lot of comedy, he still is very believable as an action star. Aaron Johnson is the star. He plays the title character, Kick-Ass. I think he's a likable character, and he's certainly relatable, and I do like his transformation. I think he is a very versatile character, and I really just love the job that he did with his character. Christopher Mintz-Plasse is in his normal awesomeness mode here. Pretty much a combination of all the other characters he's played in different movies coming together in one badass kind of guy. He definitely has the coolest costume of them all. The limelight and the controversy of Kick-Ass is Hit Girl. Now, people have been complaining about the morality of this movie, where her violence comes in. And while I've never been one of those people who complains about ultra-violence and all that stuff, I do think Chloe Moretz is a fantastic actress. She's been doing a lot of stuff lately, and I think she does an amazing job. She definitely is convincing in her sweet little girl modes, and then her awesome badass superhero stuff. She does fantastic. Definitely the highlight of this movie. Acting gets a 9 out of 10. Writing. Yeah, I don't think the writing is absolutely horrible in this movie, because from the story aspect, the story is very original. It's definitely relatable for everybody who's ever wanted to be a superhero and just an average guy. I thought that was fantastically done. The story is involving and it's interesting. It does carry on throughout. But the movie, I wouldn't say lopsided, but it does do a very good job of balancing out comedy and the drama of it. This movie does to the superhero genre what Tropic Thunder did to the war movie genre and the movie industry, providing a fantastic satire. And really, the movie is overall hilarious, and the action scenes have a fantastic editing style. But the dialogue in this movie was one thing that at times I really didn't like. At times it was fantastic, but at times it was very overwritten, and even though it is supposed to be over the top at times, a lot of it's very unbelievable, especially with the reactions from the other characters. But the dialogue wasn't horrible. There was just a couple points that I didn't really feel. But regardless of that, the writing was very good, and I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Directing. Probably the highest point of this movie was the editing style. Now, while I love the performances, the action scenes were done to perfection with a lot of cut motion, kind of cut action scenes, away camera shots, cinematography, all of that were just fantastically done. And every point of this movie, there is a fantastic editing style combined with the fantastic performances. It really does mesh very well. Mathew Vaughn does a fantastic job with that. And that's why directing, it's a 9.5 out of 10, because it creates the style and the awesomeness of this movie. To the actual movie point of this, not from the morality shot, the violence at times, don't hate me for it, is kind of overwhelming. I don't think it's dramatically overdone, but really sometimes violence has to have a heart and a reason to it to balance out the brutalness and the grisliness of it in order for it to measure up and equal out for the rest of the film. And I think this movie, while it does do a good job of doing it sometimes you can't really feel that these superheroes are supposed to be your heroes because they do what they do without any remorse or any seconds thought about it, which really makes them sometimes unrelatable as characters. And a lot of times violence is very repetitive and it's very gruesomely overdone in scenes. And I know I'm probably getting a lot of crap for saying that because I knew what that movie was going to be like this, but I think they could have done a better job of balancing that all out. So, final consensus of this movie. While the movie does have its flaws, most are easily overlooked by the well-given performance and the fantastic direction and style of the movie, and it equals out to a lot of fun. I will give this movie a 9 out of 10. It is probably my third favorite movie of the year. It is very good. I would recommend some groups of people seeing this because I know a lot of people aren't going to like this movie due to the violence. So yes, I'd say check it out. It is not the masterpiece I hoped it would be, but it is a very good movie.